What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Madonna. And we're returning to the 1998 album Ray of Light. Thank you again to Mark, as well as to Yvonne, who sent me the Ray of Light single CD. But the next track on the proper album is Skin. It's a single word title, those are tough to get a read on. Obviously, skin is the external surface for living creatures, and thus there's a degree of sensitivity and sensation, which, depending on the type of stimulus, can be pleasurable or soothing or painful or excruciating. So I feel like it's the kind of title that could go different ways. Skin is also used as a metaphor, or perhaps better, an idiom for physical intimacy, skin on skin, or the idea of something's superficial essence, the outer layer or manifestation of something. But then if something is referred to as being only skin deep, then there's a suggestion that there may be a distinction between that which is seen or felt on the surface and something deeper within. So it can be used in different ways. Obviously, there's no additional context here. If I had to guess, I would maybe think it could relate to physical touch and sensitivity, or indeed sensation in that regard, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's functioning on multiple levels. I'll try to catch what I can. This is Madonna. The tune is Skin, and it's from her 1998 album Ray of Light.
Do I know you from somewhere? Why do you leave me wanting more? Why do all the things I say sound like the stupid things I've said before? Put your hand on my skin. Put your hand
Wind chimes. Oh.
Put your hand on my skin. Kiss me, I'm dying. Put your hand on my skin. I close my eyes. I need to make a connection. I'm walking on a thin line. I close my eyes. I close my eyes. Do I know you from somewhere? Why do you leave me wanting more? Why do all the things I say sound like the stupid things I've said before? Touch me, I'm trying to see inside of your soul. I've got this thing. I want to make a correction. I'm not like this all the time. You've got this thing. You've got this thing. Do I know you from somewhere? Why do you leave me wanting more? Why do all the things I say sound like the stupid things I've said before? Kiss me, I'm dying. Put your hand on my skin. I close my eyes. Why do all the things I say sound like the stupid things I've said before? Do I know you from somewhere? Why do you leave me wanting more? Why do all the things I say sound like the stupid things I've said before? Kiss me, I'm dying. Touch me, I'm trying. Oh, I'm like this all the time. I'm not like this all the Put your hand on my skin. Put your hand on my skin. Put your hand on my skin. Touch me, I'm trying. Put your hand on my
That is one of the more fascinating tracks I've ever heard by her. Still going. I don't even know where to start with this one. I mean, I'll start by saying, imagine if you had only heard her big, like, poppy, synth pop anthems of the mid 80s, and then you heard this, you'd be like, that's Madonna? You can't be serious. That's so different. So, again, over the course of now, like, a decade and a half or so, the period spanning her first album to where I am in the chronology, there's been a lot of different stuff along the way. Heavier, like sad sounding tunes with a bit of an electronic sound, but different from that early synth pop sound. R&B sounding tunes. Like there's been a lot of difference or a lot of variety over the course of the catalog. And this one has definitely started with more of an electronic sound, although even then, that's a generalized label that requires further description. But this one, it feels so different from most of what she's done that it strikes me for that reason alone. If I had to characterize it, I would say it's like dark trance, almost like there's a bit of a tribal flavor. If you took out her voice and put in Tom Shear's voice, I could almost hear this as like an Assemblage 23 tune. It has that like wicked dark underground sort of sound. There's a lot of arrhythmic noises and percussion throughout it, including that like eastern sounding flute. I'm not sure quite what that instrument was, but yeah, there was some fragmentation of her voice. There was some deep and wicked bass, as well as, again, like the overall atmosphere was not only dark and subterranean, but it sounded like it was closed off a little bit. It was like deliberately, muffled is the wrong word, but like there was a shell around the sonic, so it was like a bit enclosed as well. And as I said, not only did it have a bit of a tribal flavor, but it felt like somewhere between like esoteric and electronic dance tune. So a really interesting one sonically. And then lyrically, okay, so she is talking about, touching her skin and, kissing her, but there's clearly more context to it, and the refrain, the chorus about how, why does the stupid thing she's saying now sound like the stupid thing she said before, so there's like clearly some sense of repetition or cycle and a progression of time, but also a feeling like she's maybe lost within the matrix of time because, it's almost like she's like peeling back a layer of time and she finds herself doing and saying what she said before, and then right at the end it was like she's saying, I'm not always like this. So there's clearly a lot going along or going on psycho-emotionally, whatever this other person may be involved. But yes, I think there is a tactile layer to it. I think there is a sensual layer to it. But it's clearly embedded in this larger psycho-emotional context and or narrative, and I couldn't discern that on a first listen. But yeah, just a really interesting track. I love the sonics. And again, it's not quite like dark trance that I would be listening to in the late 90s. It's more vocal than that, but again, I think you could call this dark trance, dark vocal, tribal trance, like somewhere in that Venn diagram. But yes, if I heard this in 1998, it would have caught my ear for two reasons. One, just because like, oh damn, that's got some wicked electronic sonics. And number two, I was a teenager in 1998, almost reaching adulthood, and I obviously had heard Madonna as a single digit kid, so yeah, if I had heard this, I would have been shocked. Like, wait, like this is what Madonna's doing these days? Like, holy smokes, I gotta take a closer listen. Now, again, that's even a bit funny because as I've mentioned, The Power of Goodbye is a tune that was brought to my attention, I think maybe a year or two after 98, but I was struck by that track too, so clearly, like, it's unfortunate that I had sort of, lost touch with some commercial music because again, like second half of the 90s, I was going to punk shows, going to rave parties, and I wasn't listening to the radio as much as I used to, so it's a bit of a shame. Nevertheless, I really do find this track stunning and I'm enjoying the album, so thank you again to Mark and to all those who've been following this deep dive. Let me know what you think and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.